Hey, welcome to Rick's Corner. I'm Rick Drasin. Sometimes I have a guest and sometimes I don't have a guest. So today I'm going to be my own guest. And what I want to talk about is obsession. Obsession in bodybuilding. Because people have asked me over the years, when you and Arnold train, you guys train like 6 to 8 hours a day, which is not true. That would be obsessive. When you have obsession in something you do, it goes to the extreme of where you don't get results. And if we were going to train 6 or 8 hours, we wouldn't be where we were today. We'd be shriveled little pieces of bacon with little tiny arms and no muscle at all. When you overtrain a muscle, of course, it doesn't work. It just gets smaller and smaller and smaller. And being obsessed by something doesn't mean it's going to be better, because if you overdo it, you kill it. It's being obsessed with food. Look at people who are obsessed with food that become overeaters, that become fat and out of shape because they're obsessed with it. The thing is, with bodybuilding, it's very easy to become obsessed. And when you have people outside of your business that know you or do what they do, they think all you do is spend your time in the gym and you're too obsessed by it. I'm sure you've heard this from relatives, from parents, from family and friends that say, oh, you spend way too much time in the gym. You shouldn't be so obsessed with it. Well, maybe you are, maybe you're not, but you have to draw the line somewhere. You can have a certain amount of drive, which is like obsession, but it's not necessarily obsession. It's just driving you to do what you want to do. Then you got to have balance. So if you don't have other balance in your life besides bodybuilding, if you don't have other things you enjoy to do, then you do become obsessed. You become a boring person, and nobody wants to talk about bodybuilding 24/7 because it gets old, unless your bodybuilding friends want to, but even that gets old. You know, it's easy to overtrain, and I found that over the years, I don't think I've spent more than 2 hours in the gym at any given time, and even 2 hours was too much. And so then I knocked it down to an hour and a half to an hour. I remember leaving the gym in my 30s and falling asleep at stoplights. I was so tired I was falling asleep from overtraining. Well, I was obsessed with what I ate. I was obsessed with the way I trained. I was in great shape. Yes, but you can do that without being too obsessed to do it. You've got to have a goal. I just was online today with a guy in the country of Jordan who wants to transform his body. He's tried things, he's obsessed with the bodybuilding, but he gets out of shape real quick because he gets obsessed with food. And when he starts eating, he doesn't want to stop. So you've got to curb that a little bit, and it's not easy to do. You've got to take one day at a time. In your training, if you want to make the best gains possible, and this is what I found from way in the past, is cut it down to 45 minutes. Do 2 body parts at one time if you want, or 1. I prefer 2. I don't spend more than 20 minutes on each body part, and that's doing 3 exercises, maybe 4 exercises in 4 sets. So that's a total of 16 sets per body part. I've dropped it down to where it was 12 before, did pretty good with that too. But I wasn't overtraining, it was just enough. Now I wouldn't hit that again for 2 more days. So you, say for example, if you do a chest and back on Monday, you don't hit it again until Thursday. You do shoulders and arm on Tuesday, you don't hit it again until Saturday. Legs on Wednesday again on Friday. Legs on Wednesday and Saturday. So it's got the split time that you can relax in between. I never wanted to miss a gym workout, no matter what came up. It was a wedding, a funeral, a party, whatever. The gym came first. I was obsessed. I have to go to the gym. I'm going to fall apart if I don't go, and if I look in the mirror and I see everything whittling away, in my mind, I missed a workout. Oh my God, but I was obsessed. I came to the realization that it doesn't really matter if I miss. If something comes up and I want to go do something, or if I take the day off, it's no big deal. I don't lose anything. In fact, I gain because I got a little bit of rest. I feel today that I'm a little overtrained, so I'm going to take tomorrow off. The obsession turns around and you start to look at it like it's really eating you alive, and it can. I know that when I was on the road wrestling, I wasn't always able to work out. Back then, they didn't have the rubber bands, but they had springs and handles. I'd hook them under the door and do curls, and from the top of the door and do this and do that. I didn't get a full workout. I got maybe 20 minutes, but boy, I was able to maintain my body and stay in good shape. It was an obsession to a point, but I had to stay in shape for wrestling. So even then, it was like I could get by with very little. I didn't overtrain. Well, overtraining is the monster in all of us, and that's why a lot of times we don't make gains. We were talking about cardio the other day. I had somebody on here speaking about it, and a friend of mine told me, Stan Efferding, in fact, that too much cardio would eat muscle. Now, it's true. And if you see people in the gym, I've seen them, I'm sure you have as well. They're there from 8 o'clock in the morning till 5 in the afternoon. They are obsessed with training. They're on the treadmill all day, running over here, running back. Look at them over the year. They never change. Any body fat, they lose muscle, and the body fat surrounds the muscle. So in their mind, they're thinking, oh my God, I'm losing everything and I'm getting fat, but they're overtraining because they're obsessed with training. So you got to draw it down to where it works for you. I wanted to talk about this because it seems to be a big problem, and I want to make it a tip of my week because maybe you'll take it and work with it. And so take a look at yourself. Plan your workouts out, plan your meals out. Don't get obsessed with your food. Eat right, but every 3 or 4 days, eat what you want, and every 3 or 4 days, do it again, but eat in between what works for your body. I found this works best for me. It'll work best for you. Let me know what you think. Write in if you have any questions about what I'm talking about, and I'll get back to you. And that's my tip of the week. Until then, I'll see you next time on Rick's Corner. So stay tuned, brother. Hey everyone, now you can have the Gold's Gym logo drawn by me, the artist Rick Drasin, personalized and made out to you and signed by me to frame and put on your gym wall or wherever you see fit to do so. It's a piece of bodybuilding history. It will never be duplicated again. It's the largest selling icon t-shirt logo in the world, and I'm the guy that drew it, and I will draw it for you. Just go to my website, rickdrasin.com, and order there. You can pay through PayPal, and it'll be sent out right away. And be sure to watch Rick's Corner for all the videos on bodybuilding, nutrition, fitness, pro wrestling, and anything that suits your interest as far as getting physically fit and being the best you can be from the golden era of bodybuilding.
He's the equalizer, baby. See you next time.